I'm hoping that the adverts and stuff's been cancelled off as well.
Well, knowing you probably pressed the wrong button again.
Why would I press the wrong button?
Because you're fucking useless.
Don't swear.
I don't.
You,
I just said the obvious.
blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Oi.
What?
Don't say blah, blah, blah.
You just said blah, blah, blah.
Don't say blah, blah, blah.
You just said it again. Are you actually going to be working the show or just walking around at Coventry going blah, 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 blah?
You're going to do that.
I'm having a leisurely stroll around Coventry this Sunday because I'm not working it.
For a change.
For over a year. So I'm going to come over. I'm going to come over to Creatures from the North stand and push all your mystery boxes over.
Good luck. You'll have to get past Tim first.
Tim's not the problem. I'd be more worried about Rad.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, we're live. Oh, hello.
Oops.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Live. I do apologise for being nearly 10 minutes late. Everybody in this household,
hi everyone.
Everybody's a bit ill at the moment, so the kids are ill. Tara's ill. It's it's not too good. So they've all got the sickness bug at the moment, and they've had it for a few days. So I do apologise for being 10 minutes late, but I was dealing with an issue. Let's say.
You were gluing your beard back on. We know.
Do you know what the problem is with the beard? Look, it looks like I've got a gap there permanently, but
Because you glued it on fucking crooked.
don't swear.
I forgot.
So we don't.
It's 9 o'clock where he is, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, it might be 9 o'clock where Mark is, but here it's 8 o'clock. So for the first hour of the stream, we don't have any swearing or anything like that, just in case there's any kids watching. Where's he going? The special guest. The special guest just walked off.
He didn't like your beard.
Sorry for that. I had the stream open from YouTube, so I've heard all of you double. So
No worries.
Don't lie, you just didn't like his beard. Be honest.
So, Mark, you're all good with the mobile phone and getting that out in a bit to show some spiders off and stuff like that as well.
I will try to take the camera and show off all the stuff, or at least most of the stuff that I have here. So, sure.
Awesome. Hello to everybody in chat. Really appreciate all you guys being here. Please drop the like. Please drop the stream. Please drop the stream a like or a dislike, depending on if you like it or you don't. And if one of the moderators could also drop Tarantuhalla's link into the comments, that would be absolutely awesome. I mean, we all do good content and all the rest of it, but Marc's is brilliant and certainly deserves a lot more subscribers than he's got at the moment. So please go over there and show him the love. If one of the moderators could please drop Tarantuhalla's link into the comments, that'd be wicked. And then just periodically do it throughout the night if that's all right with you guys. Cheers, Chris.
Yeah.
Marc, so how did firstly, where in the world are you from?
I'm from Poland, from Upper Silesia.
And what's the tarantula hobby like over Poland? Is it as big as what it is in the UK, or?
I'm not really sure how big the tarantula hobby is in the UK, but in Poland it's pretty big, and it's growing. Definitely, there are a lot of breeders in Poland, and the hobby is as big as I have never seen that before, because I can still remember when I first got into contact with tarantulas, and it definitely wasn't as big as it is now.
And when was that? When did you start keeping?
I started keeping around 2005 or 6, something around that. I finished grammar school. Is that called correctly? Grammar school.
Secondary school. Yeah.
Okay. Secondary school, and I was at first afraid of spiders, and that was the first time that I found out about the internet. That I started looking on the internet, and there were Polish sites about tarantulas, and it got me kind of intrigued and interested. And one fateful day, when I was walking in Zabrze in a pet shop, I saw those small sling vials, although previously they weren't as sophisticated as they are right now. So made specifically for spiders, they were just vials for photo, something for basically for cameras. And inside those small vials were small Lasiodora parahebanas, and I got one. and the LP grew to a majestic year of 15 years. It passed away around 2019 or 20, something around that. And when the big global event started, I thought that, yeah, it would be really nice to come back to the hobby. I bought 2 tarantulas, got a third one for free, and I'm here now.
With a lot.
With a lot, yeah.
It always. I mean, Chris deals with creatures from the north. The owner's Polish, as you know.
Yeah, I know that.
But for me, it always seems like a lot of the best information on spiders comes from Poland, and the Polish seem to have got the breeding absolutely
There's a lot of breeders. Yeah.
on point. Yeah, and it seems to be where the new species comes from as well. They seem to be able to get it out. Purple Passion Pets said, "Do you know how many spiders you currently have?" Hey, Tarantula Leah.
How many spiders do I have? Yes. I talked about that with Chris before the live stream. Probably around 400, 500 spiders.
Wow.
Mostly because I've done poor decisions when it comes to breeding. Although those decisions could be poorer. I could, for example, start with an LP or something like this.
Yeah,
Good
you're
luck with
probably
LPs.
sitting.
Everybody says it's easy to breed LPs. My female munched 2 males and didn't breed at all.
When I first started the hobby, I thought, brilliant, we'll try this breeding thing, and that's what I did, was try to pair up 2 LPs, and luckily for the male, he got munched just like Chris's did as well. And then I didn't try again for a couple of years.
Okay, I have technically an adult female. Maybe one day.
So you had the great privilege, going back to that first spider of that LP, of kind of watching it go from a tiny sling all the way over the course of 15 years to an adult female.
Yes. And that was probably the most rewarding experience, when you see them this tiny. And this was a crazy spider. Even as a small sling, she gave me threat posture. So yeah. And she grew into a really big monster. And it's sad that she passed, but I have some great memories. She was basically near me during studies and everything. So yeah, a big chunk of my life so far.
How long were you out of the tarantula hobby for?
Excuse me, could you repeat the question?
How long were you not in the hobby for?
If we are counting if we are counting the time that I have kept only one spider, then this would be right now around 18, 19 years?
Yeah,
18
but
more.
how big gap you had between them?
How big of a gap? About a year or two. But
So you
it went crazy from one spider to this.
so you've got something like 15, 16 years experience in the tarantula hobby.
From I wouldn't call that experience because I've kept only one spider, but I have read a lot about them. So, but yeah, now the experience grows and grows and grows.
It's doing the
And
research first and then keeping.
yeah, sure,
Every time.
every time.
And that's what you've done. You kept one spider and you've done a lot of research.
It was probably the only thing that I could have done during that time because I couldn't keep more than one. So yeah, but I've had other animals like mantids. I had a scorpion during that time, but only one spider for a big chunk of my life, and it exploded 2020. So when I came back to the hobby, the tarantula hobby.
Nice.
I think going from a couple to 400 or 500 is a huge explosion.
The biggest explosion came when I first tried to breed. So yeah,
What did you breed?
my first breeding attempt was with the Neoholotele Ince Gold. After that, I paired my Psalmopeus irminia and my Caribena versicolor, and they both dropped healthy XX. Okay, the Caribena was not 100% healthy, but at least I got some 60 or something tarantulas out of it.
How many of those babies did you end up keeping then?
Well, definitely the number is coming less because I am sometimes giving something away, sometimes I'm selling something, but I don't really want to sell them in bulk because no, I enjoy just talking with everybody about spiders when I'm giving them, for example, to give them some advice along the way.
Oh, bless you. So you definitely didn't breed to try and make a couple of quid then. You literally just bred for the whole experience.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I will do that with the Davus Pentaloris if everything goes all right, because 700 tarantulas is probably a bit too much. But yeah, I
So
definitely
half of
want
them
to.
walk and the rest of them slowly.
Yeah, a bit probably in bulk and the rest from hand to hand.
Is there any? Because obviously, I mean, you're probably aware, like we have invert shows in the UK, tarantula shows. Is there
Yeah.
anything like that specifically inside of Poland?
Yeah, there are a lot of maybe they are more like exotic pet shows, not strictly invert shows, and they are quite popular. Um, Theoretically, once every month, 2 months, you can find such events all around Poland. So yeah,
Well, Mark
you
the
can check
Spider
with
Guy's
breeders.
been a channel member for 28 months as Roll on Sunday Coventry show. Could we ever tempt you into coming over to the UK for one of the shows?
Could you repeat the question because I haven't heard it?
Would you ever think about coming to the UK to one of our invert shows?
Yes, I would really love to. For example, British Tarantula Society. The problem is it's in the UK. I need to make a passport and everything. But there are some plans. I really want to visit UK.
I mean, this is something that I find like hard to comprehend. It's like yourself and Chris will literally just get in a car and drive that immense distance.
Yeah.
for me, it'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get the plane, and that's pretty much it. Happy Ants just put $4.99 onto the chat. Cheers, Callum. And says, Chris, take your mask off. Halloween isn't till next Tuesday. And remember, no swearing.
No, that's why I keep quiet.
Awesome. It's nice to see you get a bit of humour thrown your way, Chris, to be honest.
Oh, don't worry. It will start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know it will. Craig's been a channel member for 11 months. Looking forward to Sunday. Chris, blah blah blah. Mark, so what got you into starting YouTube? Because I mean, I read the post that you put up, and I was just like, wow. Actually, a bit here.
That's a complex question. Since my first tarantula egg sac hatched, I started a blog on Facebook, and then came the idea it would be nice to record something that, for example, I learn along the way. And there's definitely a lot of stuff that I learned along the way, also the harsh way. And the second reason is that I talked with Chris about that if somebody meets me at a pet expo, for example, I don't want to be a hooded person who is doing shady tarantula stuff. I want to show my face and to show them that I am keeping those, that I know what I'm doing, or at least I'm pretending that I know that I'm doing. So, yeah. And I want to teach about tarantulas, what I learned along the way. It's something that I enjoy.
I think that teaching side, the educational side, is a huge responsibility for not just yourself, me, Chris, but for the whole community of YouTubers that do videos, is to get that information out there correctly.
There are still a lot of things that a lot of tarantula keepers maybe are not aware, at least if their, for example, collection grows and grows and grows. Something that I shared some time ago that I am using is a form of quarantine when I'm getting new tarantulas, for example, because there can be some illnesses that can decimate a whole collection. And for example, I've paired my Psalmopus victori last week. The vid will be on Sunday, but the tarantulas, they are in quarantine right now because the male was from outside and the female had contact with him. So they are in a separate room. They have some safety precautions. So if the male had something, that the disease or the parasites or whatever are not spreading. So, yeah.
I mean, this is again, full credit to the Polish guys, because you guys have been doing the quarantine for many, many years. And in the UK, we had a nematode issue, so we had two spiders with confirmed nematodes, and it wasn't until that actually happened till we all kind of gone, oh, what do we do now? And then realised that we also have to quarantine spiders before saying, yeah, they can come into this room, they can come and sit with our other spiders and all the rest of it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of that, the nematode issue that we've got in the UK at the moment.
Not really. I know that nematodes can be lethal not only to one tarantula but also to the whole collection. So I don't really want to lose the spiders that I have here. That's why I'm, for example, having some safety measures against nets. That's why I'm keeping quarantine for new spiders and spiders that had contacts with new spiders. So, and I'm also, for example, if I'm using tweezers, then I am sterilizing them a lot of times.
That's really, really, really interesting because you don't. You just said yourself like you're not really aware of what's happened in the UK, and then you're already doing the steps that we're now putting into practice. And it's really interesting to hear because we had this massive debate going on whether gnats actually spread parasites or disease or anything within the spiders, and it's quite interesting to find out that you're protecting against those already.
Yeah, because I don't want to feel sad after something bad happens to this collection.
Do you know people who had problems with that?
Yeah. If I know any people, I know about people who know people, but personally, I don't know anybody who had problems with nematodes. Or I know a person who had problems with single spiders having DKS, for example, me, and I've talked with you about that. That recently I had a spider with DKS, and I somehow feel lucky that I managed to rescue the spider. It's now hunting. Yeah.
What was the process that you went through with the spider with DKS to get it from having DKS to being completely fine again?
Okay.
But just before you answer that question, I will mention DKS isn't a diagnosis. It's just a list of symptoms.
It's a symptom. It's a symptom. There is no known reason. There can be multiple reasons. It's basically the fluid movements inside the tarantula, or maybe the nervous system, something connected with those, is failing, and the tarantula isn't able to move correctly, and they cannot hunt, for example. And there can be viral reasons, bacterial reasons, chemical reasons, for example. So
Still out, Callum.
We don't know the reason that the tarantula is having DKS or dyskinetic syndrome. So just let's know what does DKS mean.
I think in the UK, a lot of people, if the spider's got DKS, we automatically put them in an ICU and then go from there. We automatically think there's a toxin in the soil or a toxin's entered the spider's body somehow. And this is what's led to those DKS symptoms.
Yes.
I'm just wondering how you nursed the spider from DKS to being fine again.
Just to be clear, I only managed to save one spider so far. So it's not that it's maybe not the ultimate solution to save a tarantula, because as I mentioned, that there's no known reason for the tarantula to have DKS. What I did, I put the tarantula in an ICU, and since it was lying on the back, I gave the spider some water droplets, mashed up a roach, and stick it inside its fangs. And then the whole ICU have gone next to the terrarium with my snake, where there is a heat mat, and the tarantula was warm. And after 2 or 3 weeks, after nursing the spider, it started to walk and hunt again. So, yeah.
Did it molt?
No, not yet. I have the tarantula here. So this is the. Oh, here, maybe you can see it. It's the Echinobrachys natanicharum, or better known as electric blue.
Electric blue.
Yeah.
And that's the new word, new name.
I've noticed that the tarantula was laying on the back, curled up, and I thought that it was a goner. But after I blew on the tarantula, it started to move a bit, twitch a bit. So, yeah, I took the shot and tried to save it, and here's the reward.
And it's actually hunted for food?
Yes, right now it's hunting food.
You just blew my mind. Because, again, in the UK, it's thought that the spider has the DKS, and we can't get rid of the DKS until that spider's gone through a mole.
Okay, I've noticed that it hunted. It moves. You can see that it webbed up the ICU already. So, can you see that through the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is no mold inside here. So, yeah.
That.
I'm not sure if I'm just lucky or.
I think you're bloody brilliant. I wouldn't have thought of mixing water with a crushed up dubia to get not only water into your spider, but those.
I've made that in separate steps, sometimes together, and maybe I was just lucky. Just lucky.
I think that extra step with the food being liquid straight onto the fangs, getting the nutrients in as well as the fluid, is a fantastic idea. And it's obviously it's paid you back well there.
In most cases, DKS was a death sentence for my tarantulas, but I haven't used that method back then. So we'll see if there will be a spider that will have DKS in my collection. I will try that again, and maybe I will have some luck next time.
Yeah.
I would be really interested to see if you do get that series of events happen again, and if it leads to a positive outcome like it has this time. Dobby's Tarantula review says, Mark, did you give it more heat or just up the humidity? Night, Aaron.
It had humidity in the beginning, but I think it's a combination of both. If this is a bacterial issue, then heat, it's like with humans. If there's a higher heat, then we fight off bacteria because I don't know what was the biological reason that the bacteria cannot populate or something like this, reproduce. I'm not sure. I don't want to. I don't remember the scientific reason behind that, but a higher temperature definitely helps. And the humidity was higher in the beginning, but the Chilobrachys is a species that normally is kept on a drier side. So, yeah. Right now, it takes its fluid with the prey that it's taking.
That's brilliant. How do you do your research? Where do you go to?
I've learned a lot from breeders in Poland, and I read a lot online when I have some spare time, and I try to find the reason why something is working or not. For example, when I tried to bred the Caribena, she wasn't dropping in eggs, so I asked a breeder, a pretty well-known breeder in Poland, and he suggested me to mist the enclosure from time to time. And the reason behind that is, with a higher humidity, the spider thinks that right now it's rainforest season or moist season, and food will come for the slings. So it's like emulating nature. So I find that quite interesting. That's the stuff I want to learn.
See, what one of my friends who breeds quite a lot was saying, you can spray down half the enclosure. You know, that's good for humidity. But then he also said, what's different between his setup right there in front of me and the majority of the other setups that you see? And he'd gone for a larger water bowl and a deeper water bowl than what you'd normally do. But again, the same thing to increase that humidity.
Yes.
That way you can still almost keep something like one of the drier species, you keep their substrate dry, but then you can actually have a higher humidity And we always say, people say like spraying your tarantula gives you instant humidity, but over a short period of time. Whereas a bigger water dish will give you humidity over a longer period of time because it will take a long time for all that water to disappear.
Yep. It's basically the same mechanism, just a different way to achieve it.
What's been the most challenging species for you personally to keep?
The most what species?
What's been the hardest spider for you to keep so far?
Probably the Cupienus salei and the Hylobrachys electric blue, because with the Hylobrachys I lost 2 juveniles. I don't know why. There is one reason that I found out with one tarantula. The humidity was too high, and I got that confirmed that Hylobrachys needs drier substrate. So now I am just misting a bit the webbing that is on top. And with the Cupienus, I had bad molds. So yeah, I was probably just unlucky.
The Cupienus salai is the tiger wandering spider.
Yeah, it was
absolutely gorgeous spider.
I have 2 small Holconia muraiensis, and they are also awesome.
With the Chileus brachius, we always like, especially in care videos, we always advise that you keep your substrate quite moist. Do you think you were keeping it overly moist back then?
Probably not, because I'm not sure. I didn't keep them on a swamp. They were just like most tarantulas that I keep. But I've heard that they need a drier substrate. So yeah, they were quite big back then. They were like this size already. So maybe just bad luck.
For the moisture in the substrate, I always look at the country and the annual rainfall. If they have dry periods, how long that dry period is. If it's not very long, you can almost guarantee that the substrate is going to be damp for extremely long periods of time.
Yeah.
Well, I think the key with any spider and moisture is to remember that ventilation. Yeah. And I think lack of ventilation is a huge killer.
Especially with the Caribenas and Avicularias and species like that. That's basically the main reason why small Avicularia and Caribena slings are dying off quickly, because they have a lack of ventilation. They don't really need a very humid environment. They just need good ventilation.
See, I mean, up until a couple of years ago, everybody was always promoting both of those slings to be needing the high humidities. And then what was happening was people were saying, my slings passed away. I don't understand it. I kept it high humidity and all the rest of it. And then people were kind of hyper-focusing on the fact that they both need cross-ventilation. And for me, I kind of look at it like this. It's a spider, so it's not bothered whether the ventilation's coming in this way or if it's coming in from the bottom.
Yeah.
So what I did was put the ventilation just above the substrate layer, and then ventilation on the top, in the hope that it creates an airflow that goes across the bottom of the substrate and then up.
I'm doing the same thing with all my cups where I'm keeping my slings, and basically just like with the enclosures, they have ventilation on the front and from the top. So do I have a Caribena here so I can show that? For example, this is from my exec. So when I have substrate here, I have on the bottom layer, I have ventilation holes all around.
Yeah.
On the top, I have ventilation holes. And I even do some holes on the lid. So no deaths so far. Maybe from the whole exec, maybe 2 passed away. So, and that's just That's just
Again, I mean, I think that's promoting that airflow to be coming across that top of that substrate and then up.
Yep.
But if you haven't got that there, for me, the way I think it is like if you haven't got enough ventilation and you've got your versicolor in there, you're going to increase the chances and the likelihood of you getting mold. And I wonder if the verses react real badly to things like mold. I know quite a lot of spiders will live happily with mold in the burrow and all the rest of it, but I think that might play a part because, I mean, there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of debate about, cross ventilation with verses and why, in particular, that species needs that ventilation. I'm wondering if it's because of the possibility of that mold. What do you reckon?
I'm not sure about the mold because mold happens naturally, like fungus.
Yeah.
If you would pinpoint me and tell me, okay, what's the reason why they are dying if they have lack of ventilation, I think it's more about the condition of the air. It's not sure how to explain that. I'm not a tarantula scientist, so
yeah. So basically, lack of ventilation and a higher humidity will create real bad atmosphere, really bad air. If you took mold into there as well as, again, an increase in bad air, these verses are really, really sensitive. So I can definitely see that being, again, we're not scientists and we haven't got the equipment that scientists have got to test these theories out with either. It'd be really interesting to find out what one of the taxonomists would say about the same situation,
Yeah. In a way, we are scientists because we are learning about this species in some way. A lot of us are learning about tarantulas this way, the harsh way. So, yeah.
I'm just going to break away from the tarantula conversation just for 1 second. Josh in chat, it says it's his 24th birthday today. Happy birthday, dude. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. And hope you're having a fantastic evening.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Stop watching the live and go and do what you're supposed to do on your 24th. Wow. I think I can't even remember what I did on my 24th. It was a little bit hectic back then.
I was probably studying back then on my 24th. I already crossed the magical 3 at the beginning, so for some people this is already the end of the life.
24, man. Wow. Still so young at that age. You don't realise it at the time though, do you? When you hit your 20s, you think you're like fully grown, mature and everything, and then the older you get, the more you realise that, you're still not mature.
Yeah, look at us. We are collecting Pokemon, so yeah.
See, I mean, I was never big into Pokemon or collecting. The only things I really collected as a kid was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle medallions, these little round medals, and I collected the set, and that was it. The rest of the time, I've not been a collector of anything in particular or anything until I met spiders.
I've been collecting a lot of things through my life, mostly board games, role-playing games, and miniature war games.
Do you paint the figurines?
Yeah, I do. They are right there. At least the stuff that I am having right now at my flat. The rest is at my parents' home. So from my childhood, started with Lord of the Rings and then moved
Can't go wrong.
To 40k and stuff.
Josh said, I've used my birthday money on putting down deposit on a gorgeous pair of Royal Pythons. Nice. Bastian says, Warhammer. Ling says she loved Pogs. I remember the Pogs. Mark the Spider Guy has just put your link in again. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Lord of the Rings. I mean, if Jason's still in chat as well. I mean, both big fans of Lord of the Rings. When that came out for me, it was like we just got literally. I was living with an ex, and we just literally been given our first big TV, and I'd first discovered surround sound, and that was one of the first films was obviously Lord of the Rings that played through it, and that was absolutely awesome.
Lord of the Rings will always be in my heart because I remember the movies. They are
Paul.
Probably my favorite trilogy of movies. And with Lord of the Rings came the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game from Games Workshop, and they did a how is it called, Partwork magazine, where they were sell you with magazines, small figurines, and that's how they got me into wargaming. And right now, I still have a strong connection with Lord of the Rings because I am a co-host of Lord of the Rings LARP event. So, yeah. Thank you for Great Britain. Thank you for talking.
If you look at Lord of the Rings, to start with, when you're very young, you watch it and you imagine being Frodo.
You know what? When I first watched Lord of the Rings, technically my favorite character was Aragorn. But right now, from all of the characters, I always liked King Theoden in the adaptation. And from the books and series, just for the epicness, I think Gandalf.
I think when I was younger, it was always Frodo. And then you kind of go through the characters, and when you're a bit older, like I am now, I'm kind of thinking I'm Gandalf the Grey stage. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then get another 10 years, it'll be Gandalf the White. But
there's actually a nice reasoning in lore why he changed into Gandalf the White, but I don't want to bore you with nerdy Tolkien stuff.
one of my favorite characters is. Just give me 1 second. Oh, looks like the Pentalourus is molting up there.
Okay, cannot see that. Is that some? Okay, Lord of the Rings. It's this the Balrog?
Yeah, it's the pop Balrog version. Balrog's awesome.
Okay,
absolutely
so
awesome.
Just to nerd out a bit, a Balrog is a Maiar, just like Gandalf. So in the hierarchy and Genesis, they are from the same place.
I think Scott thinks he's Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Scott's beard is fake.
He was portrayed quite differently in the books than in the movies. In the movies, he was more like a slapstick comedy a bit. But in the books, he was a different character.
I was all about Lady of the Light. She was very nice. Before we take a look at a couple of your spiders,
sure.
I just want to kind of briefly touch on the LARPing.
Okay.
Basically, what is it? What did you get up to?
Okay. It's like an RPG where you're sitting with your friends at a table and you're telling a story. But combine that with theater and crafting. So you're basically acting as your character. If you need to fight, you don't roll dice. You fight. People are crafting so nice costumes, and they are immersing themselves in the lore where they are playing Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, whatever. There are groups dedicated towards LARP, like the group that I'm participating, so the Black Bear Clan, when we are dressing as Vikings. So it's an amazing experience, especially if you are participating in a really good created LARP. It's like you're your own main character from a movie. Okay, the acting is sometimes a bit cheesy, but still, it's still the experience. Something that you don't get out of a movie. You're living your story.
I always think if you're not hurting anybody and you're happy, that's it. Go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Ling says, "Did you make the hanging spider that's above your head, Mark?"
No, he probably escaped an enclosure. No, it's just what I sometimes do after work is I'm going through shops and checking for stuff that I could use for my enclosures, and basically stuff that I can use. And since it's Halloween season, I saw this little hairy friend here and thought, okay, nothing special is inside the shop, but I still want to take the spider.
I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at a few of your spiders and then take some questions from out of the comments. Okay. Chris, have you got any questions that you'd like to ask Mark?
No, but there's 5-minute warning.
Oh, is it? 5-minute warning till 9 o'clock. So if you have got children watching, better remove them pretty soon, because come 9 o'clock, there is swearing, there could be adult conversation, and all the rest of it. You have been warned.
Okay.
And Chris usually drops the F-bombs immediately. So be warned.
Okay. So I will just take the camera and show you my tarantula shelves.
Okay, brilliant. Chris, could you do us on the bottom with that one. That'd be wicked.
Okay, so welcome to my animal room. It's not working properly, but at least I can show you some stuff. The upper shelves are Boreals. Here is the P. Victory, currently in quarantine. And it goes way there. So what we have here is Psalmopous pulcher. Here we have Avicularia uruensis peropurple, Tapinauchenius violaceus, the male Heteroscodra maculata.
Gemma. Lord of the Rings is several hours you'll never get back. Blasphemy.
Okay. Cannot remember what's inside here. Probably a spider. Here's the Stromatopelma calciatum.
You get any closer to him, Mark, or is it all leaded up?
I'll try. Can I get
Appreciate it. There's no rush. Take your time.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Or if you want to come back on your phone. Briefly.
I can try. I'll try that.
Yeah, Purple Passion Pet says, love how he pronounces the names. It's the same with Chris. It's they put flavour on it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of us pronouncing them so boring, I think Latvians and Polish and Europeans in general really bring the Latin names to life, don't they?
Okay, I have the link right here.
That's what Mark's doing that. Hi, Isopod Dreams. Hey, Osman. Hey, Purple Passion Pets. Hey, Bastion. Hey, Dobby. Let's see who else. Hey, Michael. Hey, Link. Hey, Mark. Hi, Amy. Hey, Mandy. Who else is in chat? Hey, Daniel.
Let's see if this will work. It's not working. Or maybe I can do another trick.
It's called having swagger, says Dobby. It's just flair, isn't it? A lot more flair.
It doesn't want to work, so
We'll have to put up with that way.
All right, no worries. No worries.
okay. But I can, you know what I can do so everything will be better visible. I can put the light out here.
You could bring the odd enclosure down to the camera light of your favourite ones if you want.
Okay, now I can't hear you.
Oh.
What's in the big enclosure?
Hey, Lizzie.
What have I done?
Hey, Amy. Hey, Steve. Hey, you know what I mean? It's not a Tuesday live unless we have technical difficulties, and for once, it's not my end.
Oh no!
He'll be back in a second. Unfortunately, the internet is the internet, and it don't always work as the internet should. Build up to be absolutely amazing, and then kaboom, knackers up.
My headphones.
There we go.
Okay.
Can you hear us now? I think he put his headphones
I
down.
think he's pulled the headphones out so he can go mobile with the laptop.
Yeah.
Hey, Dobby's Tarantula Reviews has been here from the start. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to sound like a dick, man. I hadn't said hello to everybody, so while he was setting up, I just said a quick hello. Blame Scott's Inverts. Definitely, Steve. Anything goes wrong, just hashtag Blame Scott's Inverts. Hey, Isopod Dreams. Hey, does anybody know why Phil didn't stream last night? Sometimes he does miss the odd Monday. He's probably just a bit over.
Fucking wanker. Shut your fucking mouth.
So it's 9 o'clock. So we do swear and we do have adult conversation. Sometimes Phil wears himself out with work. He does extra and stuff like that. So don't worry. I'm sure he'll be back next week. Moister Clark. No, I was answering Dobby. Oh, did I miss a comment link? Sorry, dude. Do that. Oh, Chris. I think we've broken him.
Oh no, he'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, appreciate everybody taking the patience to hold fire. Again, I mean, he is all the way over in Poland as well as I don't know if that might have anything to do with it. But we'll just wait, and he should be back shortly. Hopefully, he can get on his phone, but he might not. He might not have signal or internet in his room. I don't know.
I'm back.
That'll be up. There we go.
Welcome back.
Okay, so there is no possibility to show it on my cell phone, but
No worries.
I turned down the light, so now everything will be better visible. Okay, so here's the Stromatopelma calciatum, Psalmopeus reduncus. There is the female maculata that I paired lastly. And here is Formingohilus species rufus. Second row, pokey row, Pecilotteria rufilata, Pecilotteria metallica, Pecilotteria regalis. Smithy, regalis. And here is Psalmopeus because it needs a bigger enclosure. And here is the second Pecilotteria regalis. Can I be heard? Because
Yes.
Okay. And here is Pecilotteria subfusca lowland, but it's a male, so yeah. Here is my mantis that I'm still searching a male for. And here we have a male Psalmopeus irminia, but the female that I got passed away, so he probably will die sadly out of old age. We'll get to those maybe later. Here are a few bigger enclosures that you have never seen.
I know, Poppy, right?
So, Acanthoscuria geniculata. Here we have a oh, here I can come closer. So, yeah. So, geniculata.
We barely hear you now.
Okay, I need to come closer. Okay, now it should be better. Chromatopelma cyanopubescens.
Oh,
Here is the
brilliant.
Pteronochilus murinus in her home. So here is my big Lasiodora parachybana. It's probably somewhere inside there.
Some nice
Yeah.
enclosures there.
Here-
Osmond says, Tarantuhalla, can I buy that male lowland sub off you? I'm EU. You can send it, not a problem.
The problem I have with sending a lowland is that I've heard that there's a lot of impurities inside the species. So I don't want to risk that there will be some not pure lowland species. So I would say no. Sorry.
Fair play.
So here we
Understandable.
have assassin bugs, two
Oh, nice.
adults, and they already started to create babies. Okay, here we have a few more big enclosures. I have a second geniculata.
I think you
And-
froze, Mark. Has it
I
froze for you
froze.
guys?
Cool.
You might just have to back out and then come back in again.
Okay, I'll do that. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Appreciate your patience. For everybody in the comments that really are enjoying Mark's accent and the flair he has with the pronunciations of the Latin names as well, go give him a subscription. If one of Mark the Spider guy has already put his link in, so go give him a subscription and go watch. His videos are absolutely brilliant, to be honest.
Okay, so here we have still a few glass enclosures. There is a geniculata that I got from a person who was selling all of his spiders, and Brachypelma hamori. Above them are small
Cheers,
enclosures. Above them are Linotele megateloides, another Usambara murinus, and a small Caribena versicolor. Then we have a lot of juveniles here from the cooler species that I have. There is, yeah.
Hasn't the Megathaloides had a species change?
Yeah, no, it's complicated.
Sedicata, isn't it? No.
This year, the species went back to Megathaloides.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Appreciate that one.
There was a change from Megathaloides to Sericata, and then this year they went back to Megathaloides. I've sent an article about that
Hey, Claire.
as far as I remember. Okay, so for the more unusual species that I have, Hysteroptes gigas.
Oh, appreciate those subscriptions.
Lasiodora difficilis, and one of the rarer ones that I have that they are not really that common in Poland. I have Pterinobilus muticus, Pterinobilus muticus, or something like this.
King baboon.
King baboon.
Hey, Nigel.
My Balfouri communal up there.
Oh, how many have you got in the communal?
12 spiders. There's a Terraphosa apophysis sling inside this big container, and my kindergarten. A lot of kindergarten, and up there also.
Bugs Ling says, which one's your favourite? If you had to pick one spider, which one would you say is your favourite? I know it's a hard question.
I will change back to the original sitting position.
And then also, Amy, who is Night Owl Crystals and Creatures, says, is there a spider you want, but you are yet to find or get it?
Okay, first question. Let me open the chat room. Okay, chat room later. The favorite spider. Yeah, as you mentioned, tough question. If I had to choose, I would pick the Pecilateria rufilata.
And why?
They are big and green and mean. I mean, their camouflage is
epic.
It looks so menacing. They look a bit like a spider that turned into a Disney big bad guy with an eye patch running through their eyes, and yeah, they can grow quite some size. So yeah, this would be the spider that I would choose if I had to choose one.
And Night Owl Crystals and Creatures, which is Amy says, is there a spider you want but are yet to get hold of?
Yeah, there's one. Latin name is probably Haploclastus devamata, the LSD spider.
See, if you're in the UK, you could get one of those pretty easy.
Yeah, because they are not that common in Poland. And I would definitely get one if I see one at an expo or maybe from a breeder.
Purple Passion Pet says, Tegan is my adopted daughter, by the way. She does some crystal and invert stuff on her site. You're more than welcome to drop website links into the comments. I think we've got a couple of people that does the crystals. Her and Amy.
Austin says he can sort your LSD.
Excuse what?
He could. Osman can sort you out with an LSD. Bastion. Sorry. What I'll do, Mark, is once the live's finished, I'll send you Bastion's Facebook link, and I'll send your link to Bastion as well as.
Okay. Okay.
Bastion, he won't mind me saying he's a crazy dude, but he's awesome.
Okay.
Oh, magical reptiles on TikTok, says Tiga.
Okay, I will search for that and maybe I will get one. There's also one species that's just for the name. What was it? I believe it was Syriopagopus species Valhalla.
I've got one.
They are super expensive, but just for the name.
Osman says I can get just about any spider, EU rules. Yeah, species Valhalla. Mine's probably about an inch.
Yeah.
I don't see it very often.
I think they are recently discovered, or they are not that common. They are not commonly bred.
I don't think they've been available in the hobby. I think it's only been the last couple of years. More so over the last year. Well, people have been talking about them more anyway over the last year.
Okay. I saw a few slings available for sale, but they are so out of price range. Probably even pricier than the Typochlaena celadonia. So I'll just wait till the price drops a bit.
Wow. That's crazy. Like they're more expensive than T. celadonia. Hey,
I
Al.
believe so, if I remember correctly. Hi, Al.
Bastian
the
says
name is
Valhalla
like,
or €100.
yeah,
Wow.
that's twice as much as for a sling of Terrafosa, for example.
Dobby's Tarantula Review says, do you or anyone black out part of their enclosure? Some of mine seem to prefer it, especially the smaller arboreals. Yes. If Go on, sorry, Mark.
I don't black them out. At least when I see an exact, I will probably black the enclosure from the front and the side. That's something that I saw on German Exopet channel, Reptil TV, I believe, and they showed a professional breeder who blacked out the front so the spider isn't disturbed while keeping the exec protected.
If I pair the spider and let's say the spider's sitting next to another spider, I'll put blackout in between so they can't see each other, so she feels more secure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the spider will feel secure since since tarantulas are mostly blind, but this can definitely be seen with the mantis. When she sees that the spider comes out, she's turning around the branch so that the mantis isn't seen. So that's also nice to observe.
Bastian says Haplicata Stephamar 2 centimeter are €33 and 6 or $29.75 without VAT, and they've got them in stock.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll link you up with Bastian and Osman to give you some more options of what you can get and where you can go. Because I think, Chris, what is it? Spiders PL, tarantulas PL.
What?
What's the big one in Poland?
Big one price-wise, or what?
Seller.
Tarantula shop.
The
Tarantula
biggest
shop.
seller.
Yeah. .pl, in it.
There are a few that are big and well known. A very close one is Arachnophobia. They were recently, for example, in the United States. They met Brian Barczyk. So, yeah. And Mariusz Arendt is a big breeder. Spider Lublin, for example. I think Spider World EU is also located in Kraków. Who else? Because I don't want to risk that somebody will be upset that I didn't mention him.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, there are a lot of breeders in Poland. Diopetera, for example.
Osman says I can give you a link. You can go see yourself and pick an order, whatever you want. He sends all over the EU, which is exoticspiders.com with a line.
Okay.
And Bastian says exactly. So they're both using that site. But again, I think it'd be good if I just send you both their Facebook links soon.
Okay. I would probably prefer to support local breeders if there is a possibility. Just like with local gaming shops, right? You need to support your next guy. And
yeah, we do. Star Spiders is just up the road, and probably about 15 minutes from my house, 45 minutes from Chris.
Yeah. So first locally, and maybe then I will think about an option of buying something from a different country.
That's the thing. If you can't find the spider, but you can still find it within the EU. I suppose it comes down to how much you want the actual spider.
think I will start thinking about a next spider when I will get rid of my kindergarten here.
Do you think you'll just take a lot of the kindergarten off to one of the shows and just hand them out, or?
No, there is some change that I get from that, but it's nothing special, to be honest. And sometimes I just give something for free if, for example, I see this is somebody who is buying his first tarantula and everything, then I give something extra just as a welcome gift to Bobby.
Did you get your first one for free?
Excuse me?
Did you get your first LP? Was that given to you for free, or?
No, I bought it at a shop, not from a breeder. So it's a bit different.
I think I know quite a lot of people that got into the hobby because their first spider or second spider was actually given to them. My first two were actually given to me.
I know of a few things that start this way, right?
Definitely.
The first is always free.
Purple Passion Pet says, "What's in the big tanks directly behind you?"
Here are snakes.
What snakes?
Those are just corn snakes. So, for example, here is Regis. Okay, I need to.
Chris, can you do the big screen thing?
Wait, I need to find him because he's a bit shy.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. He don't wants to come out, but I can still show him inside this rock here.
Oh, I was just about to see the pattern.
Can you show your? There's his head, probably visible. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Stunning.
Yeah, he's awesome. I got him as
Night Bastion.
He was tiny as a shoelace, so grown from a small snake now into this beautiful male corn snake. And I have some plans to create a nice background for him and a good looking setup. So
what's the other snake?
That's also a corn snake, but it's not mine. I'm just keeping it healthy while the person is absent.
Got ya. No worries.
And this one is also put here. Okay, I can show you the snake. Okay, here she hides again. So no, we don't force the animals here. If she doesn't want to come out, she doesn't come out.
Mark the Spider guys just put Mark's link into the comments again. If you could pop over and give him a subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. What I'll say to you is don't give him a subscription. Go watch one of his videos, and then that will convince you to give him a subscription. Trust me, videos are absolutely awesome.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh, more than welcome. What's the future for Tarantuhalla?
The future. I talked with Chris about that before the stream.
I know. I couldn't get any earlier than like literally 8:05.
I know. There are some options where I want to go with the channel, and there is a goal where I am heading towards, because I like to teach. I like to share my knowledge, and this would be my ultimate goal to create a place where people can visit, see those spiders, and I can talk about them, show them life of those amazing animals. And yeah, the way that I started the channel and I did my first breeding attempts, I've learned something along the way. I have some emergency options just in case. I'd really like to, to live from my passion one day. If it will happen, don't know, but at least I can say that I've tried.
That sounds awesome. I literally want my own room full of spiders and other animals.
If I will be able to get a flat, I will definitely make a animal room for all my animals, and more shelves and
I
more
want to be able to.
enclosures.
I want to be able to put a bed. I want to be able to put a bed settee in the room so people can come, chill, stay over, and all the rest of it. Because this is my kitchen.
Actually, this is the room where we play role-playing games, where people, if they need to sleep, are sleeping. And one of the first questions that I ask if somebody
Thank
is
you for watching
visiting,
from South Africa.
if somebody is visiting me for the first time, for example, a colleague asked his friend if she wants to play an RPG with us. And the first question that I asked is, do you have arachnophobia?
But surely having the spiders all around will add to that whole feel of those RPG games that you play.
Yeah, for Vampire the Masquerade, it definitely adds something.
But I want the room set up outside of the house, and the reason for that is I'm an addict in recovery, so I'm drug free for 9 years now. But
Yeah.
what I want to do is get in contact with one of the recovery projects in Coventry and have a load of the people that are going through very early stages of recovery to come and check out the spiders, just to take their mind off stuff just for half an hour to an hour, because I think that's really, really important for those guys. Have a quick. So that's one of my long-term ambitions. I have a snake called Diablo. Hey, Dex.
Mine is called Regis, after a character from The Witcher. So,
did you ever play Diablo and Diablo 2? Hey, Fonzie.
I did, but a lot of people would like to hang me now, but I didn't enjoy Diablo.
Nigel says, Scott, I'm also in recovery. Yes, sunshine. Awesome stuff.
The games.
Appreciate that, Dex.
The games that I played when I
was
younger were, for example, Wing Commander.
I played Diablo 2 to the point where I would wake up early to play it before work, and then when I come home from work, I'd play it until I went to sleep. And some nights, you're having like 2 hours sleep because you're like, oh no, it's like 4 a.m. I need to get to sleep for work.
This was basically me when The Witcher 3 came out, and this is the year when I was writing my master thesis.
I'm sorry, but I'll be leaving you lot.
Why, Chris?
Because I need to go. So I'll see you all on the next one.
All right, brother.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Chris,
no worries. Enjoy the live. I'll rewatch it afterwards. So
see you Sunday.
I'm on my live on Friday. Fuck off! I don't want to see you. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see
everyone.
Chris's Zoo on Wheels on Friday for his live stream. You pairing this Friday, or Chris, or what are you doing?
I have somebody to pair still, so yeah, I'm definitely still pairing.
Can you quickly drop your link into the comments then? Because I'll be there.
Yeah.
Chris does a lot of pairings on a Friday evening, 8 o'clock onwards. It's not a stream for children, let me just say that. But the pairings he does are pretty epic.
Very good. That's my link. Right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Chris.
Night, Chris. Take care, dude. Yeah, I think work's took his toll out on Chris this week already. Can I be listening to Diablo Tristram theme on loop?
Yeah.
Diablo 2, I played that to death. I had a player killer character, I had my main character, and then I had a magic find barbarian as well.
The games from my childhood were Wing Commander 3 with what's still stunning for me is that they've made cinematic cutscenes with for example Mark Hamill. So
if we're going back to childhood, I mean, I'm 44, so I'm going to mention games that you've probably never heard of, which is like Paperboy, Mr. Wong's Loop Laundry.
I know Paperboy.
Dizzy.
I don't know, but Paperboy I know.
Dizzy, Donkey Kong.
That's one I know.
Daley Thompson.
No.
So Daley Thompson did a lot of events at the Olympics and stuff like that. So when you had your ZX Spectrum, 48K or the 128K plus 2.
There is a chance that I have played that at my neighbor's house because they had a PC with this huge floppy disks. There was wobbly huge floppy disks. So maybe this was that.
Awesome. And I mean, you think you button smash now. I mean, we used to sit there and get Daley Thompson to run faster by pressing 2 keys like this, really, really fast.
It took ages for some games to load. So,
on a tape, on old tapes, we used to put the tape in. You press play, and then literally 15 minutes later, the actual game would load up. Seems absolutely ridiculous now, but back then that's what we had and that's what we did. Crash Bandicoot drove me mental, says Poppy. My God, what a game! But I gave up gaming for a long time, really, because the quality obviously was not there. But when the Xbox came out, me and my ex split up, and I only seen my lad. I could have him every other weekend, and I was like, "How can I?" Altered Beast, yes, Michael. I was like, "How can I chat to him and have some father-son time with only seeing him every other weekend?" And he had an Xbox 360 with Call of Duty, so I was like, "Right, I'm going to get a 360 and get Call of Duty," and we did, and we used to play near enough every single night. Craig, Scott's Inverts, I had the Gauntlet 4-player arcade and I had Blasteroids arcade machines. Oh my God. Hey, Aaron. Mortal Kombat. Oh.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, absolutely. I was too young when I was playing Mortal Kombat.
I remember going to little arcade on the way home from school and playing Street Fighter 2 with my mates.
The first console that I played, the first contact with video games was through a gaming console called Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the first games, and some of them are my favorites, Super Mario World, and one of the fondest memories of my childhood, Star Fox, also called Starwing in some versions.
It's I'm going to sound like a right old fart now. I do apologise to everybody. But when you think about when you're as a kid and we're playing these games and there's a console kind of this size with cartridges like this that you plug in and play. And you can now play the same game but in 4K on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, for doing the role-playing games, a mobile phone with 4K must be just an absolute dream come true.
You know what? With role-playing games, I see a lot of people are coming back to them just because there is no need for a PC, and you are socializing with other people, which we find more important than the whole gaming aspect, and that we don't have the limitations of the PC, of the story that is created on the PC or the console. We create our own stories. Some of them. I've done a RPG campaign for over 2 years in a samurai setting, Legends of the Five Rings, and I still remember the day when I saw that one of the players were moving to Łódź, to central Poland, for studies, and I thought this is the moment where I need to end this campaign. Sometimes it was very cheesy, but still, for me and my colleagues, this is the best story that we have ever played. There are some moments that definitely would look nice they would look nice in a movie. If you want to know, that I have a pretty epic one that happened during one of that games, if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a samurai setting, and they are basically divided into regional provinces, and they are controlled by so-called clans inside the game. They have some features, some characteristics in their demeanor and everything. And one character was from the so-called Crab clan, and they were like the Night's Watch from Game of Thrones. They had a huge wall that they protected from demons outside of the main continent. And the players went to a different province and gathered some kind of very rare cherry tree seeds. And during one of the gaming sessions, they faced an Oni, so a big demon. And I overdid it with the demon, with the strength. And this character of this crab clan, he took his last strength and killed the Oni. And they buried him after he fell. And 10 years later, where he fell, the first cherry flower blossomed from the tree that fell out of his pouch. So yeah, some of those stories that were created during role-playing games, those are so good memories that when you tell them other players, then yeah, it's an epic feeling.
I think the way I look on RPG is you watch a film, and while you're watching the film, the reason you watch it is because you're escaping reality and you're going into this film, and you're living that main character's journey through whatever it is, whether it be happiness, tears, fighting, however it goes. You guys just take it one step further and just literally create your own movie set.
Yes.
Right out there, and you guys are the actual actors, so you guys are actually the characters in full, how they are, and literally the characters are made by you guys as well.
Yes, and it's sometimes also challenging when you are playing somebody who is from character completely different than you. And it's basically just like if you're reading a book and watching a movie, and you point at the finger at the screen and tell, I would have done that differently.
A8 Converter Man, which is Mark, says, did or do you have any favourite fantasy authors? He was quite a Raymond Feist fan, the Magician trilogy.
Favorite author? Yeah, I have quite a few authors that I really like to read. So I have Tolkien, for example.
No,
That's
Dobby.
probably the most stellar writer that I've read. Also, Frank Herbert with Dune. I absolutely love Dune. From the more new
Terry
ones,
Pratchett.
I've read a few books.
Discworld.
Discord. I'm not really that much of a fan. Maybe it's a bit too absurd to me.
Going back. Oh, sorry.
I really like, of course, the Harry Potter series.
Oh
As a
God, yeah.
child, I read all the books when I was a child, and the movies were absolutely perfect. From the
problem with Harry Potter is this. We're all into Harry Potter massively as a family, right? But the missus can literally go through any of the films and tell you it word for word as the actors are speaking.
Yeah.
But she's read all the books, and she's read all the books, I don't know, 15 times now, maybe. Might be even more than that. I've lost count. She probably has as well. But she's forever saying, like, oh, in the book this happens, in the book that don't happen, but this happens. And I'm like, well, you shut up. I just want to watch Harry Potter.
I think that's one thing that people need to remember, that the script of a movie needs to be sometimes changed just to make the movie more enjoyable. It's like with Lord of the Rings. They, for example, threw out Tom Bombadil. So he's a character probably stronger than Sauron, but they removed him because it was those were silly chapters that didn't add to the drama that was shown inside the Lord of the Rings series. And it was a good move.
Aaron, who's in chat, Aaron Penfold, he used to be the boy with autism. He just mentioned a game, actually, which I'd completely forgotten about until he just mentioned it, which is God of War.
Yeah. I haven't played God of War. I saw.
What?
I haven't played God of War. Probably because I have in my mind the images how God of War looked previously in the first parts, and I don't think of it how it changed into the game it is right now, because it changed dramatically.
Mark, just promise me you'll play it.
Okay, I will play it.
It is absolutely awesome. Although everybody in chat has not mentioned one of the best series of games ever created, even better than Call of Duty, I'd say. For gameplay and storyline, so not online play. Online play for me, it's Call of Duty, but Gears of War.
Yeah,
the whole story takes you on such an emotional roller coaster. You know, as a fully grown adult, male or whatever, literally had me in tears at some points.
Yeah,
I think the whole story is just, you get so emotionally involved while you're playing Gears of War. It's crazy.
Another great game, Skyrim.
Oh, mate.
I've spent so many hours into this game.
I turned Skyrim on, played it for 2 hours, and I thought to myself, if I don't get rid of this game, I am not going to do anything else with my life.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to be on Skyrim forever a day. That's what I did. Dex says Stardew Valley is good if you like retro. Black Desert is also good if you like MMO. Cheers, Passion says you beat me to it. Gears of War. Warcraft of Curses, Bastion.
Yeah.
Played Fire Ant a lot, says Osman. For me, Red Dead 2. Oh, Red Dead Redemption, yeah.
Here's another good one. Knights of the Old Republic.
I don't think I've heard of that one, to be honest.
If you like RPGs, PC RPGs, it's an old game, but it's one of those timeless classics that if you start playing, then you want to play it through. It's absolutely amazing. It's like from from the gameplay value in a Star Wars game, it's just as good as it's a different kind of game, but like Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy. So yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, try it. It's worth it, and you will forget about your channel.
The problem I've got at the moment is no TV. We haven't got a TV at the moment, so we've got a projector. So I'm always on my phone. Because Leo's now 5, he's autistic, but he does, if he's having a meltdown, he will throw something, and he broke 3 TVs in 1 month.
Oh,
so I do need to get another TV and put it in here with my Xbox and everything else, but that's in time. I'm sad, said Lindsay. I love the Lord of the Rings and HP Lego games. Oh, Batman Lego. Batman Lego was sick. That was really, really good game.
Last of Us, yeah, amazing game.
Oh.
I see Dark Forces. Okay, good one. Spyro, absolutely. Rayman, I've played in my childhood. I played a Rayman version of learning how to math, how to do math. Lego Indiana Jones. Yeah, Indiana Jones is, from a movie perspective, probably one of my favorite franchises, and the last movie just devastated me as a fan. It was even worse than the fourth part. So
I'm just having a quick look at the comments. I completed the Avengers Lego 100%. And obviously, Far Cry, the Far Cry series.
I still remember the first Far Cry.
Far Cry 3 is where I started, so I bought the others and then got into Far Cry 4, and I did every single achievement on the Xbox for Far Cry 4, and it took me so long, and I enjoyed every single second of running around into nothingness, every single second of playing Far Cry 4. I absolutely enjoyed.
If you are into older games, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, try it. It's an adventure game, a point-and-click adventure game, but the story, art in this game, absolutely worth it.
Do you remember a very old game for the 360 called was it Bully?
Bully, yeah. They released probably a PC version. It was called Scholarship Edition or something like this.
Oh, Time Crisis. Oh, Mark says, right, Scott, I'm heading off. See you Sunday. See you Sunday, Mark. Take care.
Give us GTA 6.
The ZX Spectrum as well. There was a game. You got to remember, I mean, this is...
I cannot hear you. But...
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear you. Probably something died.
Can everybody in the chat still hear me? Is my audio all right? Yeah, the chat can hear me, mate. I think it's got to be some at your end. Poppy, just come along to Sunday. It's going to be awesome. We're all going out. I don't know how many there's going to be of us, but quite a few of us are going to be popping out on the Saturday night. So if you're in Coventry, drop me a message. I'm even bringing the enemy to the Coventry show. So if you see me with my wife, please distract us. I can buy some spiders without her watching, please. Hopefully Mark will come back into the chat in just 1 second. I reckon his earplugs will just come out slightly myself. He just needs to push them back in. 1 second. There we go.
Okay, I'm back.
Stu Nigel coming Sunday now. Can't wait. Amy's definitely coming to Coventry. Amy won my part of the giveaway, the 9,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm like I said, I'm not actually working a stand this time as well. First time in over a year, so gives me a bit more time to chill around the show and take it a bit more easy than what we, hopefully those 5 hours will drag and take forever to end instead of being over in what feels like a couple of minutes when you're working. Night, Aaron.
Okay,
Tarantuhalla, I like the name.
Yeah.
Where
Cool.
I mean, I think it's for me. I think it's a little bit obvious where the name comes from. But for anybody that doesn't know, where does the actual name come from?
Okay, since I am fighting in Viking battles and I really like Vikings, so I connected two words, tarantula and Valhalla.
1 second.
Mark, if you mean a stall in a Great Britain show, maybe if I will be able to travel to Great Britain, so why not? Probably I wouldn't be able to bring any tarantulas because of customs and border and everything. But still, I really want to meet you all and talk about our favorite pets, our 8-legged hamsters.
Would you do one in Europe?
If I had a booth with tarantulas, I did. I already did a few times.
How did you find that?
To have a place to show and sell tarantulas.
Was it very, very busy, or how did the actual stand go?
It was busy.
Hey, Anton.
But I didn't earn much during that day, but that's not the point of this all. But I definitely had a lot of work to talk to people about tarantulas, especially to parents whose child wanted to have their first tarantula, and the parents were a bit, they were worried that those are so dangerous animals. And I think I did a good job that I tried to be very neutral and tell about what's the truth behind those spiders, that they are that there's a lot of species. Some are more docile, some are more venomous, that they have some behaviors, just to prepare them how it is to keep a tarantula. Because there's a lot of myths about those animals, and I think those myths need to be debunked.
On my Facebook page, 50% of my messages are I would say, some days all of them are actually from parents asking what species is best for their child, how do they go about setting one up, just kind of basic questions,
Yeah, but I think we as people who share that information, that's quite important to repeat that stuff, because this is the future of the hobby, right? This is the future of the hobby. They need to have an anchor point where they can they need to have an anchor point where they can find their information, and the best place is a reader, somebody who, and it's the best if you tell them the normal way, not too positive, not too negative, just the facts about those animals.
Poppy said, I started with inverts in March. I now have 17 jumping spiders, 6 tarantulas, 2 mantis, and constantly have stuff in the baskets on the online shop. Welcome to the addiction is probably the best way I can say it. If you go over to the spider shop, use Scott's Inverts as a discount code, get 5%. And if you are a channel member, you get 20% off at Spar Spiders as well.
Poppy, it's still not too late.
What would you, if you had a parent come up to you and say, "Look, my child wants a spider," what, assuming that they would have the correct setup and everything else, what spider would you actually recommend?
To a child or to an adult? Because
so if an adult came to you and said, "Look, our child wants a spider. We don't know which one to get him or her or them. Which one would you kind of point them in the direction of?" Well, Mark's just thinking.
First thing, if it's a parent, I would probably take some time to talk with the parent about spiders. Because, okay, maybe the child knows a lot about tarantulas, about spiders, how to keep them, but there are some things that even parents need to know. There is, like with all things in life, there is no definite answer to the question. Probably everybody would suggest Brachypelma, Gramostola, Triltocatl, Lasiodora. Probably I would point them towards Lasiodora because they are getting big and the spider will show itself. But Brachypelmas, they are getting boring after a time because they are sitting in one place and they want to see that the spider is doing something. A spider that a lot of people who started through me, a spider what they got is the Neoholotele Ince Gold because they are more skittish. They are making a huge webbing, and I've received a lot of messages from people who got their first spider through me, and they basically confirmed that after the spider made the webbing, okay, it was fast, but I let them know about that. But after that, they made this huge web castle, and it was so amazing to watch. A Brachypelma will stay in its place, and you feed it once a week, and that's it. So
yeah, you want something out there, don't you?
Yeah, you want something that is not aggressive, something that is not lazy and staying in one place. So this is really a tough question, something that everybody needs to think about. So
I think what you got to remember is, children are drawn to a fish tank because the fish are colourful and moving around.
To be honest,
if the fish hid, they probably wouldn't look at it. So you kind of got to think the same with the spiders. You need a spider that's out, that's created web. So there's so many things to look in and kind of concentrate on, if you like. Loads of different aspects to the actual enclosure. It depends. I mean, if they're prepared to spend the time, then something like an Avic. Or like Bastion said, a Carabiner maybe.
Would be nice. Probably it would need to be a juvenile, so it will be a bit more robust and not so fragile to bad ventilation.
I did a video once.
Yeah, I still remember. We even chatted about that, I believe.
Yes, I said slings aren't for beginners.
Yeah,
and it was fear not tarantulas in America. The owner from that literally slated me in a comment saying, "Oh well, we all start off with it, and we all want to watch them grow, and all this that, and other." And what she did was she just commented on the Facebook post. She didn't actually watch the video and take an understanding back with her. She just literally just commented. I just thought it was pretty disrespectful, to be honest. But if she'd have watched that video, she would have understood that tiny spiders will get neglected almost in a very new collection, unless that person's done their research and knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
I would not recommend them to beginners. The other thing is, if you've got a spider a little bit bigger than a pinhead, how boring is that going to be for somebody that's just got into the hobby?
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got something a little bit bigger, and you've got it in one of these pots and it's there and you can see it and it moves around, that's going to get your interest into going, oh wow, let's have a look at another spider. Yeah. Whereas if you've got something that's tiny and in one of the in one of these that you're never going to see, it soon gets left on a shelf because it suddenly becomes boring.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I started from small slings. My first tarantula was raised from a small sling. But I think for most beginners, especially children, if the parents know what the child is getting, that this is a wild animal that has venom, that can bite if it feels threatened, then a bigger spider is more suitable. Juvenile, maybe at least something this size. Yeah, but this needs, like with every animal, this needs to be a conscious decision that they are getting this animal. Though I know they are simple and everything, but it's still an animal.
The thing with slings as well is they can be quite expensive, and through natural selection, you've experienced it yourself. I have, and I should imagine majority of people have in chat as well. Some slings pass away, and we've given them the utmost care, and we've done everything we can for them, and there's no explanation.
Absolutely.
So if you've gone and spent £30 on a tiny sling, and that's your first tarantula, and you think to yourself, well, I'm going to grow it up. When it gets a bit bigger, I'll get another one, and it passes away, that might be enough to say to that person, that's it, I'm never keeping another spider again.
Yeah.
Whereas if the advice was for them to get a bigger spider that had gone through the sling stages, that's actually going to more of a chance of it staying alive, then they're going to be hooked and they're going to be in this wonderful hobby of ours.
As far as I know, the tarantulas are a lot more expensive in Great Britain than, for example, in Poland. Irminia sling costs around 15 zloty, so it's probably like 5-6-ish pounds. Most common tarantulas are around this price. So an LP that costs £5 that's no cost at all. But if you are saying that, for example, a sling costs £30, then that's a lot of money.
But it's not. It's not even the cost. It's the fact that you've got your spider. Away. It's so small and it's passed away. That's enough to put you off. Yeah. Dex says, I've only ever used the spider shop. If you guys do use the spider shop, please use the code Scott's Inverts. It gets you 5% off, and then I get a little bit of a kickback somewhere along the line as well. Purple Passion Pet said there was a lovely lad that used to come into my old work and loved my shakalades or calcodes. I told him, go research the species and I will test you, and if you give good info, I'll get you a surprise. That's awesome. That's awesome. I used to have a lot of stick insects, and they've gone to a friend down the road because he's a little bit naughty, but when he's around animals, he concentrates on the animal and you see a side of him that's absolutely amazing. You see that love come out, you know. So he's got quite a couple now, and to the point where the train millipedes that I gave him, he actually bred them.
Sometimes during pet expos, when, for example, I see that a child wants a tarantula, and the parent is like, no, absolutely no tarantula, I suggest a mantis. And I know that I don't have mantis for sale, but still I want to pump new blood into the hobby. And if the child, and I tell that if the child manages to keep the mantis alive, then it definitely get away with a tarantula, because tarantulas are a lot hardier than mantids.
A lot harder than mantis. Yeah, I think I've had a few mantis die over the years. I think
and they live shorter. So
one was the devil's flower mantis, which you've got to keep at the high 30s, and that was my. That I mean, I won't bullshit people. I'll tell you the truth. I didn't do the research on it, and I didn't keep it in the high 30s. I kept it in the low 20s. And that's the reason that mantis passed away. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
And I still feel awful about that. Kind of 5-6 years later. But the only positive thing I take away from that is it's a hard reminder about how important doing research is before getting the actual animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get mystery boxes, and the mystery boxes, you never know what spiders are in there or anything else. But I now have different enclosures empty, ready for something like that. So it's not normally a problem. I also know exactly where to go online to do the research pretty good. And if not, then I have some amazing friends that will probably keep that species anyway, which is good, because the more you grow, more you go into the hobby, the more and more people that you're attracted to, because they're doing the same thing you are, you know?
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of mystery boxes. I would prefer to know what I'm getting. So, I'm past the point where mystery boxes are making any kind of sense, but still, I'm not an advocate for mystery boxes.
I'll agree to disagree, because the mystery boxes I absolutely love.
Okay.
I think it's the child in me, kind of that Christmas type feeling where you've got the box and there could be something absolutely mind blowing in there, or there could be something okay, and then finding out if you've got more stuff than what the actual value is and all the rest of it. I absolutely love a mystery box, but again, mystery boxes are not for beginners. Even if the fucking box says beginner box, it's not a beginner box, because beginners should be doing a lot more research and going for those larger spiders. Love a mystery box, especially a spar spider. Yeah, spar spiders ones are literally the best. I would say coming in. Oh, I think I've had some decent ones, man. I think spar spiders ones, because they don't do it very often, he always puts extra stuff in, and all the rest of it does our look, and makes some amazing ones. But bug nut ones, I've had some of those that have been absolutely amazing, and the spider shot ones have been amazing. Micro exotics one was amazing. Just mate, I love them.
I'm having the same thing when I'm unboxing a new 40K box set, so I know that feeling.
Aaron says, Scott, can anyone come up for a little while, or is it guest Tarantuhalla? Mate, you on the lives that I run, dude, if I've got a guest on, it's just me and the guest. And if it's an open mic night, then anybody and everybody can come up. Sometimes I'll have a guest, and then towards the end we'll have people on, but I'll always stay in the title. So tonight's title is literally just live with Tarantuhalla. So if you wait if you wait till the next time I do an open mic night, you're quite more than welcome to come up. More than welcome. But I know you've asked me to pop onto one of your lives as well, so hopefully this Saturday in the daytime. Did you say you were going to do one? Hey Sarah, says I'm back. Dex says gonna have a beer and head off. Good night, Scott, mate, and everyone. Night, Dex. Take care.
Yeah, take care.
And Bastion says he'll join you as well, Aaron. Aaron used to be used to be his channel name used to be the boy with autism. He's such a lovely guy, to be honest. Most money you would spend on a tea. Purple Passion Pets. The wife is probably watching. I'm not fucking mentioning money. Charlie G, yes, my G says got some really exciting stuff on the way next month. Charlie does get some beautiful spiders, man. He's one lucky dude. Yeah, and the wife's coming on Sunday as well, Purple. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like, I need some of the girls to distract her. It's a difficult one.
There is also the option that you already had that. There was a meme from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire guy sweating. Where did you get the tarantula? I already had that.
She's far too clever. You can't blag my wife. You just can't. You need a man bag. I need a man wheelbarrow. The problem I've got is I started this new job 2.5 weeks ago. So I think on Friday I'm only going to get 2 weeks' wage. So I can't touch that. I can only take YouTube money with me, which is just like, it's Coventry home show. I very much doubt I'm going to go to the Brighton show, which is in December. Just purely because it's an inverted show, so close to Christmas, and we've got kids to think about, and I need to spend money on Christmas presents that time of year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the biggest child at this home, so I know whose money I will. I know where I will spend my money.
How old are you, Mark?
I'm 31, and in January I will be 32. So
I'm 45 in February.
It's just a number.
It just goes quick.
At heart. Yeah. I've noticed that it's as soon as you start working, it's like it's so quick. Yeah, the values.
Purple Passion says, "Piss off! How are you 45? 45 in February." The wife's not. The wife's 13 years younger. 11 years younger. Sorry. Oh, I'm 40. No way. Are you 40? I'm not 45 yet. 45 in February. I'm 44 at the moment. It's just the lighting is good.
It's just a number.
Sugar daddy. So before
we are still young.
Ian, I'm 54, but I look 90. It doesn't matter, mate. Honestly, as you mature into an adult, one of the things that you realise is this whole exterior means absolutely fuck all. It's 100% what's on the inside, and that goes for being attracted to somebody or whatever it is on the inside. We can't choose what bodies we're put into or our ages or anything like that, so it's not even our fault, But as long as you're a good person on the inside, then you should have love with you. Lindsay says you're only as old as the person you're feeling. You dirty lady.
That's a witty answer. So because with all the sword fighting I am doing, I feel that after every fight I'm getting 1 year older.
I've got a bit of grey in the beard, and I suppose I've got a different view on being grey. I mean, if you guys know Tarantula Rookie is, I mean, he rocked the grey beard, so I'm looking forward to having the grey beard, being Gandalf the White. You know,
I'm changing into a Witcher, so
yeah, I don't mind the grey. And everybody goes, "Oh, you get grey hair when you're in your 60s, this, that, and so on. You get grey hair whenever you get it, you know."
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to having the long grey beard. So then, at least I look like I've got a lot of knowledge, you know.
My grandmother told me, "Mark, you are getting grey, and you need to do something about it." And I told her, "Why?"
When I had short beard, right, I had here goes a bit grey when it's really short, and I dyed it a few times, and then I thought to myself, my granddad had grey hair here on the back of his neck. Everybody says I look like him. He is literally he was, God rest his soul, the most amazing man on the planet, and it's like he rocked the grey, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to do the same, and that was it.
Yeah.
Sarah got her first grey hair when she was 21. Erin, when are you going live, Sunshine?
I got my first grey hair when I was 24, 5. My first grey strains. So.
Purple Passion Pet says the worst is when you get your first grey hair downstairs.
That was not answered to that. That was not the answer to that question.
Sarah says she'll definitely tune in, Erin. When is it? When are you going live, Erin, on Saturday? I take it you're going live in the day because Mark's live on the evening. Stay upstairs then, says Mark.
There's so many Marks in the Tarantula hobby.
Well, A8 Converter Man is Mark.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's my age, or maybe a year or two difference. But he's also free and single. So if there's any free and single ladies around kind of my age, if you want to join the WhatsApp chat, come along and go chat to Mark. He's bloody lovely. When he's one of the kindest men you'll ever meet in your life as well. Oh, he's 53. You don't look 53. Erin, when are you going live on Saturday? And I will join. Your video did upset me because you said you were supposed to be coming on with me when Micro Exotics was on, but we hadn't arranged a thing, unfortunately. I bet he's left chat now, isn't he? Give Erin a subscription anyway, and you'll get a notification on Saturday when he's going live. And we'll all pile in on his live and make him feel special. Scott, just wait till the beard hair turns white, then starts going frizzy. Michael, I'm looking forward to those days. I'll quite happily wash the beard in the morning and straighten it. You know what I mean? So it's not straight and grey and all the rest of it. And I'll walk along and it'll be that long, I'll be able to chuck it over my shoulder. I do actually need to get a trim. I need to get a trim this week at some point.
Scott, just tell us that you want to be Master of Hogwarts.
They've both passed away, haven't they? Both Dumbledores.
Yeah. I remember when I read, I was 13 or 14 when Richard Harris, the first actor who played Dumbledore, passed away, and they changed him then to the second actor. I don't remember the name.
I think
the continuity was broken, but still, I think that he played the role of Dumbledore quite well.
The one that when Professor Snape passed away, the wife was in bits, and
Yeah.
I was like, why are you so upset? You know what? It's just an actor. When Robbie Coltrane passed away,
Oh yeah,
mate.
absolutely. And
Oh jeez.
the actress of Narcissa Malfoy also already passed away.
Because Robbie Coltrane was like, a lot of the things that I was watching that was serious from a very young age, he was always in, and he always made it. He always played the part that, you know, I could understand all the way through.
Yeah.
And yeah. Aaron, yes, Mark is live on Saturday, but if he's not live until 8 p.m. So if you have a couple of hours at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something, you won't clash with anybody. Robbie Coltrane in Cracker. Oh my God, LIVEIP WL Liverpool FD. Remember that one, Michael? Awesome stuff. And I think one of the recent ones for me as well was Linkin Park.
You mean the vocalist?
Yes.
I'm not that much of a Linkin Park aficionado. His name was Chester something. Yeah.
Yeah, that really got me. Aaron, I will do it a bit earlier on Saturday. All right, Aaron, wicked. I will join you on that night, Aaron.
Chester Bennington, yes.
Excuse me. Obviously Kurt Cobain. That got me when I was in my teenager years as well. Couldn't get my head around that at all. I still think Courtney Cox had him killed.
Malcolm Young from AC/DC.
Just like she did her ex. Oh, Taylor Hawkins, yeah. God, hey, Crittenden as well. I was going to say, if anyone has any new tarantulas coming this week or any pairing projects going on?
Yes, I have a pairing project, and it will be shown on Sunday.
I've paired quite a few up lately, but we've got at the show. Katie is not coming to the show, but Charlotte is going past Katie is on the way to the show, so she's picking me up from Katie a Themictopus auratus mature male. So that should be an itchy evening. Aaron, message me before Saturday what time you're going live, and drop me the link, and I'll join you. Charlie G has the oh my God, Pachipus, hopefully next month. Ooh. CFTN basket has a fair few in it. LOL, Thursday purchase. DKS Dragon says, I have the Zenenthis Immanis coming.
Oh, nice. That's a nice one.
I had an Immanis mature male. I actually gave it to Rad from CFTN, bless him.
I've actually bought a few weeks ago a few slings of the species Formictopus species Dominican purple. So
nice. I'm desperately after a mature male species green female for Themictopus species green female.
Yeah.
The female molted 2 weeks ago, and she is just sexy motherfucker. It's best wording I could put for her. She is absolutely just gorgeous. Trying to find a male, though, Mark, is just proving really difficult. Gordon, you'll see us there. We will be there. I'll bring in the wife, unfortunately. Received, not relieved. One sec.
So chat room, how are you doing?
Sorry?
Scott's not active. I was trying to take over the chat room.
Oh.
And there you are.
Because I keep everything in the kitchen. We've got the kitchen's about the biggest room in the house. So like Layla or Tara will come wandering in, so I put the microphone on mute just in case there's something that needs to be said that I don't want to air in public. Do you know what I mean? Because both the boys aren't very well at the moment. Dullicky's Daily Diamond and Anthony's Young Guns on pre-order from Charlie, collecting at Coventry. I'm picking up a couple of mature males at the Coventry show, but as per the YouTuber thing, you're gonna have to wait and see. Poppy, thank you so much. Poppy has just become a channel member at level 1. Thank you.
Everything starts with level 1.
You can't do what's happening on Thursday.
No, I haven't told anybody. What's up? Layla's here. Layla, my 13-year-old's in the room at the moment.
I'm not going to be 13 in 2 days. Right.
So what? Mark said hello.
Hello.
What's happening in 2 days?
I'm turning 14.
She's 14 in 2 days.
Yeah.
Level 14.
Level 14. Gangster 14. I'm Gangster 44. Do you know what I'm saying?
You ain't that guy. Don't talk like that. Sorry, boss, but I'm that guy. Okay.
She's like, she keeps saying she's getting all excited, and I'm like, but you've had your present. She's had a mobile phone.
Still, you're there like, well, if you keep on talking like that, then you're not going to get the rest of your present. So it's like you're giving it away yourself.
Oh yes, Charlie.
So,
what? We haven't got you anything else. That's it.
Stop waffling, mate.
What do you mean stop waffling,
Stop waffling, mate?
Sort that out. Go on.
Oh, sort that out. Oh, all right. Don't get Larry.
Gordon's 55 in December. Yeah, she's 14 in 2 days.
Yeah, you still don't remember what you spoke about 2 seconds ago.
Yes, Charlie, you have. Yeah, she's 14 in 2 days, and yeah, bangs on like she's 25.
Yeah, I am 25.
I remember my daughter at 13. She's now 31, and not any easier. Layla,
Hello.
what age can you have your first boyfriend?
15.
What age?
36.
Good girl.
You've been getting annoyed with me about that. Just like, you know. Ooh.
What? That first lad that you brought outside the house, what did he do?
Which one?
The one that I met. He ran off.
Oh, you mean the one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean, oh.
Yeah, so good luck with boyfriends.
Oh, you've accused me of having like 3 boyfriends in the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not any boys out there that are good enough for you.
You mean there's no boys out there that like me? That's what you're trying to say. It's just
No.
you don't want to say it.
No, there's no boys out there that are good enough for you.
Just switch that around a bit.
I've told you before, if they're not in the top set and everything at school, then there's no point in them even approaching you.
That's why I hang around with lower set kids so you don't suspect anything.
Yeah, I have a car, I have a boot. Don't worry about that.
You have a face, I have 2 fists.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. I tried.
Tegan says boyfriends are overrated.
No. That's overrated.
Do you have popcorn? Layla, shut the door.
I'm wondering if I will have conversation one day.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I won't. Purple passion pets. No, I won't set the spiders on them. They will go in the boot. Trust me. we had a bit of an issue the other night. Some lad in his car. She went to the shop and they whistled at her and said something. And me being me, blew my top and yeah. Let's just say he won't be doing that again.
Mm.
He was in his early 30s, whistling at a 13-year-old. I thought I was going to get arrested. Thank God I didn't. Thank God. But yeah, that was just outside the house. So she came in and I just went straight out, and that was that.
If I would have been the father of this girl, then yeah, I would be probably wearing an orange jumpsuit right now.
I don't know what it is. When it, I've got history, or I won't lie about my history. In my history, there's drugs, homelessness, violence, and all sorts. But I've changed character over the last 10 years. Relaxed, tried to make up for it, tried to be a better person. But when it comes to the wife and kids, if somebody upsets them, I'm literally like the devil. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's like a switch turns, isn't they? And that's it, gone. You know, but that's how it should be.
You need to protect your family at all cost.
At any cost.
This would be if somebody would do something. If somebody would harm my brother, for example, then oh boy.
Oh my! My mum was on the phone to me, and my brother's recently moved, so she's going. Oh, the neighbours keep complaining to the council about him, and keep telling him to keep the noise down, and all this and t'other. They don't make any noise. So I said to my mum, I was like, right. I said, I'll pop over and see them. I'll knock the door and tell them pretty much how it is. And she went, Scott, they're pensioners. I was like, oh, okay, I won't. I was like, maybe if you talk to them, or pensioner to pensioner. Yeah, family, and close friends first, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, close friends are family, aren't they?
It's really important to keep contact with friends and family.
Exactly, Aaron. The coffin dodgers are annoying. So my brother lives in a flat, so the people downstairs are the ones complaining. Because his daughter's autistic, so in the middle of the night she'll get up, she'll bang around for a total of about 5 minutes, and then go get back in bed. And it happens about twice a week. That's what they're complaining about constantly. And I mean, it is constant to the point where the council have said to them, if you complain again, we're moving you. Lindsay Carroll, Purple Passion. In reply to Lindsay says, I've got 4 kids, 3 girls, 26, 22, and 21, and a boy, 24. Also 4 grandkids and 1 due in January. 8 for 7 months and 6 months. It's been an expensive year. Oh.
Yeah,
My eldest is 23, and he's done what I did. He's got with a girl that's got a baby. So technically, I've got a step grandkid. What have you got any children, Mark, or just
no,
not
yet. Not yet.
Do you plan to in the future? And
I would love to be a father.
Aaron says autism is hard to have. I know, mate. We're here for you as well, dude. It's difficult to communicate, and Aaron, through messages. It's easier through voice talking.
Yeah.
Poppy says, I've got 3 grandkids, 12, 9, and 3. Amy said we've had complaints from our neighbours because Matt used to bang his head on the wall. Amy, we've had it. We had a neighbour that way. Literally would phone up the ticket wardens to come and give my van a ticket when I'd only parked out there for 2 minutes because Leo was having a seizure or something. And what else did they do? They complained about the noise and they complained about something else, but the council come around about the noise and we said, here's all the paperwork for Leo having autism. If you want to take it any further, we'll quite happily, go to court. And they went, no, it's fine. We'll tell them tough shit. And that's what they did. Yeah, I know. It's not, there's no noise this time of night, If he wakes up, he'll wake us up and he's quiet. Through the day, there's going to be. But I think if you live in a neighbourhood where you've got next door neighbours, then you're going to expect noise,
Yeah.
As long as the noise come 8 o'clock has stopped, I don't.
I have rats in my bedroom, the pet rats, and they start working at night. So I got used to that. The downside to that is that now I have trouble to get up to the alarm clock.
I set 2 alarms. The reason I do that is so I set one early, and when it goes off, I look and go, "Oh yeah, I've got to get up," and then I go, "Oh no, I ain't. I've got another half an hour," and that feeling is so amazing. I set 2 alarms in the morning.
I have 3 alarm clocks, and one is very far away, so I need to get out of bed.
Oh, both, but yeah, I'm on the phone next to my head, so the first alarm goes off, and I go, "Oh no, I've got to get up," and then I think, "No, I haven't. I can chill for half an hour," so I do. Generally, I'll just flick through my phone or whatever, and then the second alarm goes off, and then I just get up, get ready, and go straight to work. I give myself 20 minutes to get up and get out of the house, but that's how I like it. A lot of people that I know will get up in the morning and they'll make a cup of tea, drink their tea, make breakfast, do this, do that, do the other. I'm very much, I want to get up. I want to put my cup of tea or coffee in a mug, in an insulated mug, and then I want to get in the car and go to work. That's it. I don't want to do anything else.
I'm getting up 20 to half an hour earlier, and I do the necessary stuff. Make quickly something to eat and off to work. Then I drink my first coffee at work.
Yeah. I'll have a couple of sips on the way, and then the rest of it is drank at work. But I drive her all over Coventry with work. It's really brilliant. The headspace it gives you is amazing. So I just drink it going around like it's brilliant. Last week I got a purple Land Crab 10-seater, mate. It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Animals that are not tarantulas. Maybe a lizard. But first I need to get a dedicated animal room.
We've got Tokay and we've got the Aki. The Aki is stable at the moment. It's penises are still sticking out, but he's stable. They're not got worse. But they have cleared up, so they had blood and cuts. Now he's not lost any weight or anything like that. He's doing all right. So the vet's very much just leave him as he is. Bastion, I can't because he's in the front room. But I will take a picture and send it to you on Facebook or something.
A good friend of mine wants to buy how is it called? Tevu or something like this.
Tigu.
Never mind.
they need the Tigus need a lot of space. That's the only thing.
Yeah, they are like a Varan dragon or something like this size.
Well, then they also they will bury down as well. So you've got to give them like 4 foot of substrate.
It's not for me. It's
Nope.
from a good friend of mine.
I really want dart frogs as blues. I do,
Yeah,
but
they look amazing.
everything to do with them is so expensive. Like the fogger's expensive, the substrate's expensive, the setup's expensive, the frogs themselves are expensive.
I visited once.
You're not having them for your birthday.
Come on, really?
I visited once a keeper of dart frogs because he was having those fruit flies, and I need them for my Latrodectus. So he showed me his setup for the dart frogs, and there was everything: mister, pond, a lot of live plants. It looked so expensive.
Just stop right there, Mark. You've got Latrodectus. These are like a dream species. Give me 1 second. We can't have these in the UK.
Well, this is
without having a specialist license, but they're just stunning. I do keep the false widow, so Striatoda nobilis.
In Poland it looks like this. This is a Latrodectus menavodi, and this one is from a breeder in Lublin, I believe, and there are only a few species that cannot be kept in homes. So from all the Latrodectus, there's like 3 species that are not allowed to keep, or something like this.
Yeah, we can't keep any full stock without a DWA license, which is a shame because the whole genus is just stunningly beautiful.
But they are not really challenging to keep them. So
no,
maybe in the beginning, because they are very, very, very small, like with jumping spiders. But after they get to a certain size, it's just they keep like every other true spider. So there's no challenge in keeping them. I would even say, if not the looks, then they are boring.
Bastion says one with the hourglass on its bum is illegal.
Yeah, the hourglass. What's also illegal is the Tridecim guttatus. So the ones that can be found in, I believe, Turkey, Croatia. They have, like the name suggests, 13 spots on their abdomen, and there's also the Mactans is illegal, the Tridecim guttatus, and one more.
If they can survive in Croatia, surely they can survive in Poland as well.
I don't think so. Croatia is more to the south. It's
do their temperatures not drop though?
Poland is more to the north. It's like Germany, so it's more used to. Croatia is warmer, definitely warmer. So I thought you knew that I have Latrodectus. You even asked me one time on the live stream.
Oh, I've slept since then. Every time Latrodectus gets mentioned on a live, I'm very much like, let's have a look.
I'm thinking about which species of Latrodectus is also illegal. There's the third one. They are from Asia. Never mind.
I think I'm going to give it probably another couple of minutes and then call it a night.
Yeah, sure.
I've got to get a couple of things done before I go to bed.
Yeah.
How do you keep your false Scott? I've got one in the bathroom, but need to move it. Stu, I've got 4 in the bathroom. I'll leave them there. Night, Lindsay. I'll leave them there just in case there's any flies or anything that comes into the bathroom. Boom, they're gone.
Aaron, Darkden lives in Croatia.
But I keep mine with about this much substrate and then just anchor points. It will create a similar webbing to what an orb weaver does, but on a smaller scale.
I so far hadn't had any luck with orb weavers. I don't know why. I really want to keep them, but somehow the ones that survive changed into a male, and yeah, so frustrating to keep them.
With the orb weavers, I just give them like a triple XL insect mesh enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 2 foot wide, 2 foot back, but about 3 foot tall. And then I spray the web in the mornings, not heavily, just a little bit of moisture onto the web. So if they want to go for a drink, they can. Purple passion pets totally getting into trues. I've been a big fan of true spiders for 4 or 5 years now, and there is some absolute stunning species out there.
BH, are you from Germany?
Netherlands, I think. If I'm wrong, he will take the piss out of me now. Oh, nice. David Bowers had 2 sheds. Catch you Sunday, Nigel. Roll on as well.
They're from
Denmark.
They're Danish, Denmark.
That's it. Sorry, dude. I will send you Bastion's link and Osmond's. I act Dutch though. But yeah, I am going to need to close the stream
Absolutely.
now, though. Unfortunately, I do need to catch more beauty sleep. If one of the moderators could quickly put Tarantula Halla's link into the comments, that would be absolutely fantastic. If there's no moderators that can do that, if you're not subscribed, there is a link in the description. But also just search him on YouTube, Tarantula Halla, how it's spelled on Mark's screen. Give him a subscription, give him a follow. Like I said, subscribe. Don't subscribe until you've watched one of his videos. Then I will guarantee you press that subscription button. His videos, to be honest, they take the piss out of mine. They really do. They're absolutely awesome. Thank you, Mark. Converter Man has just put the link in. So go click on that link, drop him a subscription. That'd be absolutely awesome.
I still need to learn to be more talkative during live streams. So
I think you did great.
It's definitely something different if you're talking in a language that you are not native. So.
It's just getting that balance of not talking shit but filling in the bits where nobody's saying anything.
I still need to learn that.
But I've always been able to talk forever and a day. And now it's paying off on the live streams.
You need to see me during Pet Expos, then I'm like a waterfall.
Charlie says, sorry, Scott, beauty sleep won't help you, mate. Cheers, Charlie. Do you know what I was saying? First live I've joined. Love listening to everyone. Definitely joining more. Thank you, Tegan. Appreciate it. I go live. If you are new to the streams, I go live every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. UK time. Sometimes it's an open mic night where I invite you guys to come up on screen and come and join me. and we have a bit of a chilled one. A lot of the times I have guests on like Mark. They're my favourite ones, I must admit. Could listen to you saying the names all day long. Says Purple Passion Pets. You speak better English than me, says Mark. Could just before I end the stream, could you pronounce a couple of the Latin names for the girls in chat again, please?
Latin names.
Yeah.
Brachypelma auratum, Pezziloteria rufilata, Pezziloteria metallica. Although with the Pezziloteria, what's interesting is that the word Pezziloteria comes from two Greek words. So it comes from pikios and theros. So if it would be a Latinized version of Greek, it would be Pikiotheria. So that would be interesting. Avicularia. What else? Caribena versicolor. I'm not sure if I am pronouncing them super correctly, but I try that.
I don't think if you're pronouncing them correctly or not matters to the girls in chat, to be honest.
Okay.
I think they just love the accent and how you say it. There's unfortunately with this us English, we're so lacking in that European flavour and passion that you guys put into your accents without even knowing it, to be honest. It's crazy. Mark say Scott's beard is fake with your accent.
I can say it in Polish if you want.
Kurwa.
Broda Scotta jest sztuczna.
Jaki się masz?
Mam się dobrze.
Dobro. I know bits. Prosto, bravo.
Lewo.
What else? Grinda. Don't ask me how I got into that. But yeah, I know little bits and bobs. And I know the Polish can party, and I know the Polish can dance. And I mean, dance. Really, really good. I think it's safe to say that not only myself, but majority of the people that are in the UK in chat are pretty looking forward to when you can go over to a UK show.
I will try to make it.
The BTS next year?
I would love to. Just to meet you all and have a nice time chatting. Because why not?
Let me know, and we'll find you a hotel. Where I am in Coventry, it's a 15-minute drive, so don't worry about driving to and from BTS. I'll quite happily take you there and back, no problem.
Okay.
And then if you come over, like on the Saturday, we'll go out on the Saturday night as well. I don't drink, but a lot of them do, so we do that as well on the Saturday.
Okay.
So it'd be absolutely awesome.
I will remember that promise.
It's definitely a promise.
I look forward to do that.
You can 100% hold me to that one. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But I really, whatever. Do you know Tyson Fury Tarantula? Why would Aaron? We'll have the live on Saturday. Mark, thank you so much for joining this evening. I hope everybody in chat, if you've not subscribed already, have gone over and headed over and give him a subscription, and you'll be able to hear all those Latin names pronounced so beautifully. Really enjoyed tonight, especially a lot of the guests that I have on. We just talk about spiders, and you delve a little bit into personal stuff. Not very much, but it's been great to talk about the computer games, Lord of the Rings, and to hear about the laughing as well. Well, I must say thank you, because it took me back to, and a few others, back to childhood memories of hours spent in bedrooms with different consoles or computers.
Yeah. I'm a nerd. I like to talk about that. So.
Well, thank you again so
Thank
much
you
for
very
coming on.
much.
Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, Scott. Chat room, thank you very much.
Everybody in chat, good night. Take care. I hope you all have a fantastic week. We have the Coventry show coming up on Sunday. I'm taking the wife for some unknown reason, but I'm not working. Hey, second Scott, I'm not working this show at all on Sunday because Bugnut are still in quarantine and doing what they're doing. So I haven't experienced wandering around a show for over a year, so I'm really looking forward to it. So if you are going on Sunday, come find me, come say hello. If I look at you gone out, it's because I don't know who you are. So remember to tell me who you are as well. We don't always get the privilege of kind of seeing you guys pictures and stuff like that. So it's like, who are you again? So I apologise now, especially if my anxieties are up as well. Look at you gone out. I do apologise, but just tell me who you are. It'd be awesome. Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on this evening.
It's been an honor. Thank you very much, Scott.
No worries. Night, everybody. Take care.
Night.